looks like that's what they're going to do. Black throwing out a hook attempt on mid. There are 3 heroes there, but...
They want to push in. They got wards from the Shadow Shaman. Or where's he going to go? He's going to get a rune. Would imagine he wants to place his rune. Ooh, the Shrek killing off the Venomancer in at the rune spot. There was a stun, there was a edict, there was a lightning storm. All that you need.
Definitely.
Illusion.
But check out the Goldcraft though. I mean, it's such a steady line.
Pudge looked like he was posturing a bit towards bottom, but they know where he's at now because of that ward, and Shadow Shaman sends forward the illusions.
The Shrek getting the second tower that goes down. That's gonna give them.
You're right. That is, you did not exaggerate at all. That is a perfectly straight line for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. That's very surprising with the kills also.
And it plateaus off again. This is mostly from towers.
Yeah, it is. And the third tier 1 tower is gonna go down. Hook's gonna be on the creep, so it doesn't really do anything.
Good attempt. At least he does have his hood now, as well as the arcanes.
Yeah. The Shrek isn't here to push down this tower. It's noticeably slower with without the edict. Won't even go down.
Those Shen minions can create a lot of clutter, making it pretty difficult to hook the Chen himself, especially when he has 2 minions up.
Yeah, Pudge has his hood up already. That's because fast. Yeah. So fast.
He's gonna be very, very hard to kill.
Yeah, he has the same amount of farm as the Bane though.
He throws on hook but cancels, and now he's gonna see if he can hook the guy who's shackled.
Nice shackle, yeah. That shackle basically making that hook. Mega kill for the Pudge.
Yeah, Black's Pudge this game is just so good. I mean, he's already 5-0 and he's very, very farmed.
Yeah, and he hasn't left his lane yet. At all.
Yep. As you said though, kills coming to him.
Yeah.
He's posturing behind these trees here. Maybe gonna try to land a hook from the fog.
Oh, Bane! Nice one. Disruption's there. Chen's ultimate is there too. He's gonna try to get Holy Persuaded back home, and he will be able to do so. There he goes. And Pudge goes down to the Leshrac. Oh, but what a good hook though.
Yeah, good play though. I mean, Chen sending him back so that, and then he drops the brain sap and manages to turn it.
Yeah.
Well, and that is the first death for Pudge.
Indeed. Does it mean only Chen hasn't died yet?
Now, despite having to move around the map a lot, it looks like the Windrunner is actually level 9, so that's very good. I mean, she did have to go all the way from bottom to top and did die once bottom as well. Yep. But she's managing to really keep up in terms of level this year as well as farm.
Yeah, and landing a couple of good shackle shots also. Not on.
Oh yeah, amazing shackles.
Let's go for that mech.
Yep, she's getting there. She's kind of moving towards top on the Shadow Shaman. She can try to pick up a solo kill on a Shadow Shaman with wards, though.
Not a solo kill. Hello, Prophet. Prophet being turned into a chicken, but I don't think that Shadow Shaman is going to be able to get away. There we go, Prophet getting the last hit.
That's the power of Prophet.
Yeah.
It has maxed his teleport as well, so he should be able to move around really, really well this game.
I was thinking solo kill, nah, that's not going to happen, but yeah, Prophet there. I totally forgot about him almost.
So did I. And he has also gone for the max teleport. Now, a lot of the time you do actually see in these higher level games that Prophets will go for the Nature Skull just for the additional pushing power. But he just wants to be everywhere.
Yeah, oh, Windrunner. Bane is gonna make sure he gets an ulti on you, but Prophet's there. Oh, he wasn't there. He
just cancels it, scares him a bit.
Nice shadow. Tight under. Oh, there's the ultimate. He's gonna drop. The hook is there, but doesn't hit on anything. Oh, he hit on a Chen. Whoa, I thought it was a creep.
That's a really good pickup for Black, though.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna try to hook another one. Oh, Leshrac killing up the Venomancer on the bottom lane. Earthshaker gonna go down too, but
Leshrac picks up the triple kill.
Yeah, because both Furion and Earthshaker died.
Yeah.
From the edict. That's so much damage. 4 for 2 over the entire map.
And it looks like Black is actually going to be going for that pipe immediately, not just going to leave it at hood.
Yeah, he has the piper completed already. Recipe is money is already in his possession. Having the headdress. Yeah.
It's a very, very early pipe.
Yeah, it will make a lot of difference, especially with the edict going on.
Yep, and then the Windrunner is getting pretty close to her mech as well. About 900 or 1,000 gold away from that. And when they have both that pipe and the mech, they're going to be able to team fight very effectively.
Yeah, and with the Earthshaker, is that... Yeah, he's almost level 6 also, so Echo Slam will be going through as well. And with the Chance Creeps there, it will do a lot of damage. So far, because everyone so far seems to be a little bit clumped up on the Radiant side.
And the Chen is level 7, I believe he was level 7 for that. But he didn't have 3 creeps when he was there. He should have them now, though. He's just going to go through the jungle and try to pick up another creep and then maybe do something. It is going to be a Centaur, so that's a really, really nice creep to have on Chen.
Yep. There we go. Venomancer bravely placing wards.
Bane with a level 1 Necronomicon. Bane's farm this game is really good as well.
Yeah, he has been farming alone. He has the same amount of farm as the Pudge, about-ish, almost. No, not anymore, but he had it before. But
yeah.
I'm still seeing him... I mean, he's playing aggressively, yes. But I think he's more suited as a support.
Double damage.
Yeah, but I mean, he has this much farm, so he's just going to be able to pick up so many kills, I think. And when he gets that level 3 Necronomicon, it's going to give him a lot of map control, too. Just in the ability to destroy the enemy wards as he moves around trying to set up kills.
Yeah.
And Big Phase Boots Drum is up on the Leshrac. It's been up for a while now, and he is going to go for the Perseverance, probably Bloodstone, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, very, very popular item on Leshrac.
And Shadow Shaman finishing off his Blink Dagger, so we're going to see some aggressive play from him.
Oh yeah. And there's so much kill potential just between the Leshrac and the Bane here that the Dire side has to be really careful.
Yeah, and then the mech is completed on the Chen, 60-minute mech for him. I'm not really impressed by that, actually. He only has boots and the mechanism. But did he die a lot?
He's been moving around. I mean, he's been a part of 5 kills. He's only died once. He's going to have the mech before the Windrunner, though. I mean, the Windrunner's mech is... she's very close to it, but just having that mech on the Chen is going to mean so much to them.
Yeah, Windrunner is 300 gold off. Oh, hello, Smoke. And Titan at level 7, so we can see some Ravages going on. Pudge is on the run. Rightfully so, Pudge having his pipe completed.
Uh-oh. No, he's going to get away, though. I mean, he can obviously see that. It is daytime, so he has enough vision. No, blink forward from Shadow Shaman. He's going to drop the Shackle, I believe.
Yeah.
There we go.
And stun from the Centaur is going to be there. Stun from the Shrine is there.
Follow-up. It took a lot of damage, though, to kill him there.
Yeah, they needed all 5 for that, but there was no way for him to run.
Oh, yeah.
Illusion.
Definitely not going to get out.
Quite surprised there was no support incoming.
Yeah. And they're going to try to put up a defense here.
Yeah,
that Edict just dropping these towers so quick, and he's going to save his wards.
Oh, yeah, I think an Echo Slam here would have been so nice.
It's gonna be almost impossible for him to get in position, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the issues that I see with Earthshaker, and I think that's one of the reasons that you don't see North American teams picking him up as much compared to the Sand King. I mean, obviously he's still a very, very popular pickup because he has so much kill potential early on, but the Echo Slam is just so hard to get off. But this is what they're saving the wards for. And is that a Bane ult? Oh
yes,
no, he ulted and immediately cancelled.
Yep.
And here we have the Shadow Shaman wards and the Edict coming out.
And
wow,
that tower
so much
is
damage.
gonna drop. There's no glyph up. Vayne is gonna be dismembered and hooked. Gale will go off. Ravage will go off, doing a lot of damage.
Pipe off before he dies. He gets the pipe off, but only on himself. But it's gonna keep up.
Windrunner got it too, but yeah, it helped. Hooks and creeps. But still, the tower, tier 3 tower went down.
Yeah, Mech and the pipe, and they do get the tier 3 as you said, and that's gonna really make them vulnerable to another push at some point.
Yeah, and I mean DTS can just walk in there. And I mean, even if they do take the team fight there, they won't get hit by the tower anymore. And the Edict will just rip through the barracks, even though there's, I mean, even though they're not
attacking. They didn't really lose anything for that either. And it's very, very hard for them to engage into a Leshrac that has his Edict on and the Shadow Shaman wards. And if they don't, then, well, they lose a tower. I mean, a barracks, rather, at this point.
Yeah, and then on the bottom lane, Shadow Shaman gets a kill off on the Furion, who was trying to push off this tier 1 tower. Because if we look at the tower difference, that's just so, I mean, there's only 1 tower down for DTS.
Very unfortunate game though so far for the Furion. It's not like the player is playing bad or anything, but he does have a lot of deaths, and he went for the Phase Boots Hand of Midas. I didn't note when he actually got the Midas though, but I feel like it wasn't a very early Midas, unfortunately.
No, I don't think it will bring him the advantage that he thought it would be. Here, this member going on, the Bane is getting caught out by 3-1. Fenomancer getting the last hit on that.
Phenomenal hook so far from Black. I think he's playing very, very well this game.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry for the cat noises, by the way, which you might be hearing.
Oh, not at all. I actually haven't heard the cat at all.
Oh, good. Never mind. There's no cat. What are you talking about?
Oh, the cat. It's overpowering. I can hardly hear. I get the feeling that Black may be going for the Vanguard. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, he definitely can go. I mean, he only has needs the point booster.
It'll make him really hard to kill.
I should say, yeah.
Illusion.
Yeah, you could definitely go for that. Smoke is up. It's nighttime, so they can't really see the opposite side of the river.
It's going to Aspire soon enough.
Oh, nice hook on the Tidehunter, who can't do anything versus this Fisher going down. Shackle Shot latches him to the Leshrac. Leshrac's got to get sent home. We'll be able to do a little bit of damage with his Nova before he does. So Chen is going to take a lot of damage, but the mech is there. Nice hook, Fudge finishing him off, and Shackle Shot doesn't latch on the Bane. TP in from the Leshrac incoming, who has his Nova up once again. And misses the stun on the Earthshaker, still taking a lot of damage. Earthshaker will go down. There we go. Leshrac
he got a really good Echo Slam off there, though. I accidentally called it an Epicenter, but man, like he got it off and it hit. It did phenomenal damage there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be very hard to get those Echo Slams off, but he caught 2 heroes and it was really good.
Yeah, I feel like they should have backed off earlier, though. TTB.
Now, they still haven't dropped wards. They didn't drop wards during that fight. So they're going to have potential, I think, to try to Rax here, maybe. But no, they're not going to go for it. I think they're just going to back off entirely.
Yeah, Chen backed off too.
For that fight, so maybe they were hoping that if they won the fight by a larger margin, they would have been able to Rax, which is a definite possibility. And that's one of the reasons that being towers up is so big, is that if you win an important group fight, especially if the enemy's 2 or 3 tower down mid, well, you get a Rax with it if you win it by a large enough margin.
Yep. And yeah. With that edict up, they could have taken it if they could have taken both barracks without too much trouble if they won that team fight.
Yep, and so far the Radiant is only down 1 tower, and the Dire is really playing from a tower disadvantage. The gold lead is about 7,500 for the Radiant. The experience is much closer though. I mean, the experience lead is about 2,000. Oh, and great hook.
Great hook. And Leshrac getting teleported home. That will mean a lot of difference in the next team fight. We see S4 taking a lot of damage, getting ward trapped. Ravage was there. Mech going off on the Dire, and the barracks are being attacked by the wards.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard for them to actually try to keep that barracks from falling. We'll see if they can.
Windrunner getting a power shot through the Shadow Shaman and went down because of it. And Bane is probably going to die too. Here to the Venomancer. We see the wards being still focused on the barracks, though. Same for the Chen creeps. So close. There we go. Melee barracks went down. And the Pudge goes down to the Leshrac, who was back in. Still tries to catch Balsam out, but won't be able to do so. Buyback for the Pudge is there.
They're just going to back away with that buyback. I think, no, they're going to get the range racks. And, man. Ooh. Nice attempts, but not really too close there.
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
That's, yeah.
It's so hard for them to engage into those wards, and the enemy team that's at an advantage already.
Yeah, that gold difference makes all the difference, and that's just what you get with the Leshrac on your team. You are able to push down those tier 1 towers so fast.
I can't do this thing too well for Profit.
Profit's, was a Shackle Shot and a stun, and it's just nothing Prophet could do. He is not really having a good game this game. I mean,
yeah, it has to be it has to be bad to be in that situation. But I mean, I guess I would assume he's going for a Force Staff and not like a Dagon. But I mean, you don't really see Dagons too much in competitive play.
Yeah, and I think if he would have gone for a Dagon now, that's not really the way to go, yeah, especially with the advantage of the Radiance. They won't have the HP to burn down that fast. And the Bloodstone is completed, by the way. So you were right. Yep. On the Leshrac.
Oh yeah, excellent. That's and he already has 9 charges, and then he disassembles his boots to go for the Bloodstone.
No, he had face boots before.
He had the face boot, or he had the
Yeah, he had face boots. You're right.
So what do you do with the daggers? Usually when I see the disassemble for the Boots of Travel Bloodstone, people opt to go for the Arcanes and then disassemble that way so they can get the energy booster to build the Bloodstone. That's really interesting.
I think he just sold the boots because I don't think you can dismember the face face boots.
That's interesting. But still, the face drum is a really great combo, and he gets hooked though.
Oh, and he still pops his Nova. Shackle Shot is gonna latch. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Windrunner getting the last hit there. Even though Chen did try to holy persuade him, but yeah.
That was great, because that alone will probably keep the tower up.
Nice hook. But the Nightmare was there too, so Nature's Prophet getting that kill. Bane taking a lot of damage from being shackle shotted, and he is probably gonna go down. Hook will be there. Hook misses though, but the Furion has got him in a Sprout. Will go down. Punch taking the last hit. We see Earthshaker gonna go down. Ravage is there. Shadow Shaman taking the last hit on Henry, and Shadow Shaman also getting the last hit on Punch. Double kill for him. Venomancer will go down. Triple kill for the Shadow Shaman.
And so much action in the fight, it looked like even the Courier wanted a piece of it. Unfortunately, the Radiant's Courier did get picked off during that, and Courier's worth a lot of gold. I don't know if it had any items on it, though. It was just kind of awkwardly sitting above the battle.
I didn't even notice it. But
Leshrac up to 8 Bloodstone charges now.
Yeah, it's going super fast. And he's just able to get TP'd out, and then TP right back in, if he's in trouble.
Yeah, and when he died earlier, because he had a couple of Bloodstone charges as well, his cooldown on his respawn was so low, and he could just instantly boots of travel back in and pick up the tower after the fight.
Yeah, and there goes the Edict on the tower. Shackle Shot dodge lashes Leshrac to the Shadow Shaman. 4-7 there.
They
double force-staffed. Nice one. Shackle Shot on the Earthshaker though, he will probably go down. Leshrac force-staffing in there might have not been the greatest idea. He does go down to the Windrunner, but Leshrac taking a lot of damage. Shadow Shaman killing off the Earthshaker in the meantime. Shadow Shaman getting dismembered, will die to the Pudge, while Tidehunter tries to TP out, but still gets killed off, and the Windrunner gets a double kill for that. And the tower didn't went down.
Yeah, that was really good for them. Yeah, I felt like there had to have been a moment there where they almost immediately regretted the double force staff, but it worked out for them pretty well.
I thought
really low there.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die, and that would have indeed been not a very good double force staff. Getting that enormous AoE damage into their middle. Vanguard up on the Pudge.
Yep.
That took him a long time.
Good thing about forcing the Leshrac up there is that, you know, all of a sudden the Leshrac is in your base and you can pick him off. Bad thing is that all of a sudden the Leshrac is in your base and can kill you.
And Nova is hitting everybody instead of just 1 or 2. Yeah.
Kills have evened up quite a bit though after that, and the gold lead has been brought back really well, and it went from being about a 7,500 gold lead for the Radiant. It's about a 3,000, maybe 3,500 gold lead now for the Radiant, and it's slowly coming back to them. And the experience is dead even. Actually, it's came in the Dire's favor for once during this game.
They're still gonna have a long way to go though, because they did lose the barracks. And I feel like if there's gonna be another fight in this bottom lane, this tower will go down, and next time the Rax will go down too. It's just that Leshrac is just gonna be so annoying. They have to pick off the Leshrac every time as the first target, because otherwise he'll just be able to rip through the towers.
Definitely, and the Pudge has done a phenomenal job. These last couple of team fights, he's been getting some really clutch hooks off, especially, it looks like they're really trying like very, very hard, like you said, in killing that Leshrac with the double force staffs, the hooks, and everything.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Pudge is going to go for the Shiva's card or the Assault Cuirass. I'm guessing Assault Cuirass. Yeah, it has to be that. Definitely. He picked up a plate mail.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he could go either, but I would assume that maybe it would be the Assault Cuirass as well. That additional armor is just going to be extremely important. It'll also allow his team to right-click a little.
Yeah, it looks like DTS is preparing again to go for that bottom tower.
Yeah, and this is, again, they really have to pick off that Leshrac very, very early on in the fight. Because if they allow the Shadow Shaman to just walk up and drop wards, it's going to be a nightmare. So let's see if he can maybe land a hook. Oh, so close. A little premature, though. I mean, the Fissure would have lined it up perfectly. We have the Necronomicon minions coming in.
There's the wards. There's the fortification also.
Oh, this is going to be so hard to engage into.
Ooh, nice force-step. Echo Slam, doing a lot of damage. He will go down, though, but he did his job, so that's fine. Ravage is going up. Chef Venomancer will get caught off here, looks like. Nature's Prophet getting a double kill on the Leshrac, and there's a buyback. Chen and Leshrac buybacking instantly, and Earthshaker buyback too. Looks like nobody died yet then. Well, Pudge is gonna take a fall here to the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't have buyback many, I believe. No, he doesn't. And wards are hitting the melee barracks.
Man, that was initially so good, but the Chen bought back to ult, and then the Leshrac bought back to just boots of travel back in. So good.
Yeah. And that melee barracks is gonna go down. There's nothing Nature's Prophet can do to stop that so far. Look at the Leshrac just running around with his Edict on, with his Nova on. doing so much damage. Earthshaker having to back off. Shackle Shot goes off on Leshrac though. Power Shot will go through. Some damage being done by wards. Double kill for the Bane, killing off the Nature's Prophet. And I don't know what he killed off before, but finally Leshrac goes down. And it looks like the melee barracks will stay alive, but Bane is still there to try to make him die. He managed to get Venomancer into a...
he kills him, and he's gonna see if he can try to right click down here.
Oh, he does! He does get the right click off.
Oh, so close.
He'll probably die for it, but that's totally worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, it initially seemed like that fight was going to go in the Dire's favor really heavily. I mean, that was a great force staff into the Echo Slam for the Earthshaker. It really got him a good ultimate, but unfortunately those buybacks really impacted the fight. I mean, the Chen bought back just to use his ultimate, and when Leshrac bought back just to Boots of Travel back in, and as you saw, like, they barely got the melee barracks, but it was enough.
Yeah, and that was all they needed, and that's gonna be such a huge advantage. I mean, one barracks down, okay, you can deal with that. You can send one person over to push back the lane a little bit, but with two, that's gonna be a lot more tricky. And they really need to take their own barracks to counter that.
Yeah, one racks down, like you said, it's you know, just kind of play the same way. Two racks down, well, now you have a really big problem. Even with what happened there, though, they did manage to pick off, I guess, more heroes in the group fight. They're going to go for the Roshan, and I think they're going to get it. The experience is actually in the Dire's favor now because of that team fight, but at the same time, like you said, they're two racks down, and that's huge.
If those racks weren't down, it could still go out. Yeah, it could still go out either way, of course, but it's so much more difficult with those racks down, and they'll get less farm because of it too, because bigger creeps give less money. Less gold.
And one of the biggest issues that they're going to have here too is that with the Shadow Shaman wards and the Leshrac Edict, they can just walk up, drop wards and Edict, and then it becomes extremely hard for them to engage. And even if the Dire does win a group fight, they can't really do as much with it. I mean, at best they'll probably get a tower if they win a group fight where the Radiant are the aggressors, which will be the case. If you look now, they're just going to group up and they're going to try to go top. And if they lose a group fight, well, they lose the game.
Yep, definitely. See Tide of the building towards the pipe. So that means that Radiant will have a pipe up soon too, because he's almost having it complete.
Only 4 charges on Leshrac's Bloodstone, but he still got what he needed, and he did buy back for that last fight.
Yep.
Some wards up. Now this is really going to come down to the initiation here, because the Dire has to get a really good hook or a really good or Echo Slam in order to win the fight.
Yeah, we see Black preparing already. He has an Aegis, so if he dies, then he can at least try to do something again, but... looks like DTS wants to back off, though. They don't want to force a 5-on-5. They'd rather pick someone off and then go again after.
Yeah, I think that's much smarter, and at that tower, obviously... I think that the Dire does have a lot of potential to win a fight, though. But we'll see.
Yeah. They're just gonna make sure that Furion keeps the lanes pushed. I mean, even with the mega creeps, mega creeps, bigger creeps, he will be able to just continue pushing and keep the pressure on a little bit, even though it will be harder for him, and he will get less farm from it too. But he hasn't had that much impact in the game so far, so at least this way he can be useful still.
And pipe up for Tide, maybe that's what they were waiting on.
Yeah,
probably.
They could have just completed. Who goes off on the Chen? Will not go down. Stun going off on the Pudge. Venomancer ulti is there. Chen ultimate going off. Ravage is there too. And Earthshaker going down so fast. Chen does go down though. And Pudge is gonna go pop his Aegis too after he killed off the Tidehunter. And Leshrac walking through with his Nova on killing off the Venomancer. Nightmare going off on the Nature's Prophet, but nobody to follow it up. There's someone turning into a chicken. Yes, there we go. Pudge was a chicken.
Good
Hooks the Bane. Don't think he has a dismember. He does have a dismember. Doesn't want to use it though yet. Power shot will go through.
Out massive damage there. It looks like Shadow Shaman might be going down. No.
There might be a hook. No, there might not be a hook.
Or staff up on Black, and he managed to get the tower and just walk away.
Yep.
And that cost them an Aegis.
Yeah, they did get 3 kills in return, but that's, I mean, the amount of kills and stuff that matters, but not as much now. They need to really take team fights. I mean, they got
every single time that they lose a tower, I mean, there's really nowhere to fall back to now.
Exactly.
They're at their last barracks, and that Leshrac though, he really just got in there and started pulse novaing and edicting down 3 heroes, and they all had to fall back, and then Black was all of a sudden left alone.
Yep. And with sacrifice on the Nature's Prophet might help in the next fight, but still will not stop the edicts from going through. That's the most difficult part, I think. As soon as Leshrac pops the Aegis, you just have to try to maybe force staff him away from the towers or something, because that's the only thing you can do.
Oh yeah, and in these last couple of group fights where they've actually been winning by larger margins, it's been because they've killed the Leshrac.
Yeah.
They've either helped him or they've force staffed him deep into the base, and in that fight that didn't happen. And what happens? Well, he just runs down the Windrunner and the Venomancer, and then all of a sudden you're in a really bad spot to take a group fight.
And you lose.
Oh yeah, and if they lose a single group fight at this point where the Radiant is forcing it, then they will lose. Like,
yeah.
That last group fight, I mean, it was kind of more even, and you might be able to say, oh well, the Dire might have won the group fight despite the fact that they had to use an Aegis and lost the tower. But if they ever have a crushing defeater or just not a really favorable fight, again, it's pretty much over. They'll lose their final Barak.
Yeah, and if they semi-win a fight like that, I mean on the top lane with their tier 3 tower, that's basically a loss too, because they really don't have anything else. This is their final straw.
Oh yeah, they have so little map control now that they're 2x down. They don't have a single outer tower up. They no longer have the Aegis on Pudge, and that was pretty critical to actually, well, winning that fight towards the end. But let's see what happens.
Yeah. I guess everybody from the Dire is saving money for buybacks now, because we don't see anybody buying anything anymore. Even though they don't have money for buybacks yet, they don't have really a lot of opportunity to farm.
Yeah, there's...
Oh, I didn't see the items on the Windrunner yet. She bought a Demon Edge. Yeah.
Interesting.
Some damage.
You don't see that every day.
We see a nice strategical drawing on the minimap.
Oh, that's very... I think what they're going to try to do is push into the base through the mid and then go top, which is... It can be really, really nice if you're afraid of getting hooked up a ramp or having a Earthshaker force staffed into you. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And
they have a smoke up to do so. There is a sentry ward though.
Really get into the space and
there is the wards, there's the edict, there's the Nova to finish up the creep wave. And the tower is just going down so fast, there's nothing they can do. There's a Nightmare up on the Venomancer. Right, Echo Slam is there. Fisher going through, Dismember going through. Ravage is there to save though. Mech, Jen's ultimate. Everything is happening at the same time. And Venomancer ulti trying to help off a little bit, but he can't really do it all. Pudge is gonna go take a dive here and getting killed off. Well, Prophet already got killed off by the Bane. There's nothing they can do to save this Melody Barracks because, there's nothing they can do basically.
I think that's it. And the Leshrac buys back actually to Boots of Travel into a Necronomicon. Really, really good.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the third time the Leshrac has made really impactful buybacks.
And that Pudge brought back
all he can. Enough though.
Pudge is gonna take a fall here to the Bane once again. Venomancer is gonna take a fall to the Leshrac, and there's Windrunner gonna die too. And there's the GG called. Which means that DTS has taken the win over the Tough Bananas.
And that was a phenomenal game. And there were moments there where I honestly thought that it could still go either way, despite one team being pretty advantaged. And those buybacks from the Leshrac, I feel like if I've ever seen a game where Leshrac has made use, or any hero rather, of their Boots of Travel, this has to be the game.
Yeah.
And one thing about that last group fight too was that they almost brought down the Leshrac, but then they kept him up with the mech and the channel, and
that's just so powerful.
Really
I mean. That's why you have a Chen, basically.
And they had to force the fight because they can't just sit there with the Edict and then the Shadow Shaman Wards laying into their tower. But at the same time, it's a pretty disadvantaged fight. The Echo Slams have been really, really good though, despite the fact they have a pipe, which kind of
nulls the effect. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean at least he's gotten him off.
And I like the combination. I mean, he didn't have a force staff himself. It was all communication and getting that force staff. Yeah, it's good communication too.
Great team play from both teams here. That was actually... These last two games have been really, really good games, I think.
Definitely. Let's see what we can get next.
Indeed.
Have to move the cat. Oh.
Have to move the cat.
He's sitting in front of my second monitor and otherwise I can't see the chat.
Oh man.